Hello everyone, it is Charlotte here, back with a AngeldreamCraftsKim on Etsy design team project. I'm happy because I did manage to work my second one in for November, and I came up with an idea of doing some Christmas Tussie Mussies. So I was able to get 3 done. They will be in my shop if you're interested. And I just thought I would come in and give a quick idea, hopefully some inspiration, and you can create some of your own. This is the first one that I did. And you might recognize some of the trims that I showed you. I did use a 6x6 paper pad. And the only thing I cut off when I created the cone was the top. I just really don't care for that, that white showing. I guess if you wanted to, when you made your cone and you had that point, you could put lace in that, and that would be really, really pretty. I just cut mine off. On this one, I used baker's twine for a handle, so these are probably a great size for the Christmas tree. So let's see, what do they measure? If I go from the top of this one to the very bottom, we're looking at 7 inches. If I go from the top of the cone, we're looking at 6. So I think they'd be real, real pretty on the Christmas tree itself. I did put lace on the insides. I like to finish. Hopefully you can see that. I do really like to finish the way the inside looks. You could stuff these with some tissue paper or some shred, and then put little candies or little gifts in there. The mouth of this is only 3 inches by 2, and so they really don't weigh anything. If you didn't want to put a gift inside of these, you could put some greenery and just hang them on the tree. It'd be so pretty. They'd be really pretty with some potpourri in there, and it'd give you a lovely scent as well. I went ahead and used some crinkled seam binding ribbon on the sides for ribbons, and then I used some of this drop. I absolutely adore working with this lace from Kim's shop. I have done so much with this. It comes by the yard, and for those of you that may not have seen it, it's lace or trim. I'm going to call it trim. It is lace, but it's trim, I guess, like this. And so you can just come in here and you can use it by the yard or cut off as many pieces as you want. So when I think I need texture and motion, I love to add this on. Then at the very bottom, I used a seam binding bow, put a poinsettia on the sides and one at the bottom, and then I took some of this beautiful yardage from Kim's shop, cut out one of these flowers, put that on with one of those. There's a word for these, round. Do I have those here? I did show these round ornaments. I went on Roxy's. I went on Roxy's channel, and little did I know she was saying this top screws off and you can take these apart. And so that's what I did. I will link all the other designers below, but if you wanted to head over, she literally showed how you can unscrew this. It's on really with an eye screw, just like that, and then you can pull these pieces apart, and that's what I did there. That is how I used that piece. So thank you, Roxy, for that. Cool tip. But then I went and I layered this lace here. It is a gathered lace. I layered it in the inside and then on the outside, and also used some of this really pretty lace along my seam where I glued the cones together. So just a sweet, sweet gift on its own, or something festive to add to your tree. A fantastic little hostess gift. If you're having people over and you like to have a gift on each plate, one of these would just be adorable with some chocolates inside, or peppermints, or even a few candy canes. A little tiny mini journal would be adorable, such as this is from My Porch Prints, and I've had this for years, and I finally put together this little book, and I thought, oh my gosh, if I decorated this up, I haven't had time because really I just did this morning. How cute would that be in there? Just adorable. But also a little gift card, something like that. So you might want to think about, if you've got your papers, you've got laces and trims, things that you can do that are festive, things that can be put on the Christmas tree, and things that can be given. You can check out Kim's Etsy shop and see some of the beautiful laces that she's got in there. And I will be sure to post everything in the description box. Then the second one that I did was this one here. I thought, sometimes people like just very, very neutral colors. And so I used seam binding on the sides as bows, seam binding hanger here, and then obviously more of this lace, which I have dangling on both sides of this. Just think, it's just simple, but so elegant and beautiful. Then I went ahead and I layered on the inside, like I had mentioned before, and I used a trim, this trim here, and I took and I wove the seam binding ribbon through this, and you can see it better on the back right there. And I also layered underneath it this lace from Kim's shop. This was from a few months ago that had the pearls, because I wanted something elegant and something jeweled. A white poinsettia on the front with just that tiny touch of gold. And then I took one of the pieces of Kim's appliques. Actually, I think it may be off of this one here. As you can see, you can just come in and cut these appliques. I'm not sure that it was that one. That does not, I think it was this one here. I came in and I think I cut, well, it was an applique such as this, like you could come in here and you could cut this off. I knew I only needed the littlest of piece because I wanted something to go just right down the front to complement these beautiful pearls here. And the paper on this is snowflakes. It's kind of a gray and a white. And then I used the last piece of, if you saw the miniature books, I had used a lot of this. I think it was half-inch white lace. I used my last piece on this Tussie Mussie, but isn't she beautiful? Really, really pretty. And then the last one, I wanted to do something with green, and I wanted to stay with the pearls. And so I had this shimmery eyelash trim in green and thought, ooh, this would be really, really nice. So I pulled out this cardstock here that's got little red berries, and then when I made the cone, I used this trim, which is this right here, and came down my seam, wrapped it around the bottom, and then once again layered some white lace here, And I may have the tiniest bit of this left. I'm not sure. It was from a previous month. If I do, it's only snippet worthy, and it's not right in front of me, so I apologize for that. But then on the front, I used this trim here with these graduating pearls. You've got a large and then a smaller, a large and a smaller. And these pearls, this trim was from a couple months ago, and the pearls are on with rivets. They're not glued, and I really like the quality of that. It goes all the way around the tussie. And then on the bows of the white seam binding, I put a red poinsettia. I figured that's all the color that this needs. I wanted the laces to speak for themselves, and I think they do. It's just beautiful. So guys, if you're sitting around and you've got bits of laces and you've got things left over, trims left over, you're not sure what to do with them, pull out a piece of cardstock, make a cone, get your laces out, and just have a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed this idea of what I did with this month's laces from Angel Dreams Crafts Kim on Etsy. All the links are below. Have a wonderful day. And I will be announcing index card winners tomorrow. Thanks, guys. See you then. Bye now.